Hey there, hi there, Aries, and welcome to your reading for the month of December. So, up first for you, okay, I have the Page of Pentacles, okay? So, I really am getting the sense that you do think about your abundance, you do think about money and finances and wealth and all of that. But there's something deeper happening here because, with this woman sitting in the tree playing on her guitar, it's not even really a guitar, it's like some other, um, you know, type of guitar from like, um, the Renaissance era, because this is like a fairy tale, mystical themed card. Um, we do have this energy where it's like you're trying to, I feel like, get in the spirit of Christmas or feel that energy of Christmas time. And it's something that is really, truly meaningful and deep for you. Um, and you're not trying to take everything so seriously. You're trying to have a more lighter approach. And then comes in this Nine of Cups, which is I feel like your wish fulfillment here. You have the woman making a wish. Um, she's blowing on the dandelion, and this is dandelion here, and this is sending her wishes up to the moon, or like that sort of energy of like wishing for good times and good enjoyment. And you're not concerned with all these other things that are happening around you, because I see all these other cups here, and it's like, that there's like more people that want your energy and your time and want you to devote um things to them, but you're not like you'll get there, but it's not really like your top priority to be worrying or concerning about everybody else or everything else at this time. Okay. um Aries, now Eight of Cups, okay. You are walking away from that which does not serve you anymore, or that doesn't serve your purpose anymore. You're letting go of those energies and those feelings and those connections that you had to people who were not really like supporting you in the past. And the moon is present again here. Okay, so I feel like there are these phases that are happening, and you're starting to like phase out which no longer serves you and serves your best interest, and start putting more thought and energy into like this Seven of Cups, for example. Okay, riding on the dragon. Okay, there's this fierceness, there's this pursuit for creativity and happiness and authenticity that brings a more real and raw side to yourself, like to the environment you're in, to the energy you're in. And it creates this beautiful rainbow, okay, effect. It's like you bring love and light into the work that you do, into your creative pursuits, and you're fueled through feelings and emotions most of all. Okay. And it creates a beautiful, obviously, energy, flow of energy here. Now we have the Six of Cups and the Eight of Swords and the King of Wands. Okay, so something is telling me that you're not afraid to explore the inner depths of like past memories or your inner child. Okay, you have the mom with the daughter, or you could have your younger version of yourself here, or you could be helping a child, and like as they grow and learn, they watch and observe you and your future progress and your changes and your development into like your spirituality and your growth, and how you succeed in this world and what you bring forth and how you move yourself into new phases of your life. Um, and I think it's interesting to point out that like it's almost like the girl is bringing the cup to the older woman, and she is like, it's creating this light effect. It's creating this effect of like love and light here that I think is built through their connection and through their journey together. And while, yes, like the older woman, her journey is much different. She has like more responsibilities and, more obligations and things like that. But she's showing this, like, I feel like the little girl is almost like you. It's showing you, like, don't forget about when you were a kid and like what Christmas meant to you, Aries, or like what it meant for you to like feel, love and feel light and feel hope and feel this emotional support during this holiday season. Okay, because the Eight of Swords is showing a very different side to things where you feel tangled up in other people's messes or their drama or their dilemmas, and you feel like you have to solve everything. I don't think you do have to solve everything, okay? Aries, it's not your job to fix everybody else's problems. It's not your job to fix everything. So again, letting go of that would be really important for you. Now, King of Wands, there's this man with a red dragon and a lion and like a crystal ball or like a bubble, and then a red scepter here, a scepter with like a wand with a red gem. So there's someone who has very strong feelings for you. They're very creative. They're very passionate about you. This comes into alignment here with this woman on the dragon. Okay, I feel like your person, is not afraid of the creative fire side to you, right? Like they love your fiery, wild personality, okay? They love your fierce energy, okay? And they have a fierceness in them too. It's just it might be a different type of fierceness. With the red and the blue dragon contrast here, it could be you're more of an emotional person and a more emotional sense of things and choices that you make and how you act in a relationship. And then the King of Wands could be that red fiery dragon that's more of like maybe not so emotionally there, but they might have like a more of a understanding of how to take you out of like overthinking things, for example, or over analyzing, which is the same thing as overthinking. But yeah, but I feel like it could be a soulmate connection. It could be something that turns into a more long-term relationship, more serious dynamic. So we've got the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Star. Okay, so let's just cover the Devil and the Star first, okay? Because these are two major arcanas. The Devil, you've got this play on like Adam Eve, the apple, picking from the apple from the garden, but like the Devil in this depiction is like, I think he's like Pan, that like mischievous, like elf creature or like woodland fairy creature. So this could be like another play at like what's going on in your love life, what's going on with your soulmate connection. Are you getting the sense and feeling that like somebody is playing tricks on you or not taking you seriously or not taking the connection seriously? Are they just viewing you as like an object or objectifying you? Or is there something here where it's like it's alluring you, it's mysterious, it's new, and you could be possibly entertained by it? And also, Pan is playing a musical instrument. In the beginning page of Pentacles, she's playing an instrument as well. So maybe are you guys playing each other or no? But you guys both players? I don't know. Or maybe you guys are just learning more about yourselves and then finding that getting like in tune with each other through that and working on your connection in regards to like what you share in common and how you turn it into something not like negative or toxic, but something actually like doable, right? And then we have the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles, and it's like you've been hurt in the past. Obviously, this is again Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords. These are two cards that are showing betrayal and hurt and sadness, deceptiveness, being left out in the cold, left for dead, no one, treating you right or respecting you. And, again, I just think it just is really important, Aries, that you untangle yourself from that. Detach yourself from that. Don't be around people who make you feel that way, like you owe them something, or be bullied or harassed or emotionally manipulated into feeling like you have to do something for someone else when you already have all this other stuff going on. Okay. And also I feel like if you are one of those people that's like, really trying to, tap into more of this like star energy, you're not really gonna be allowed or be feeling this. The star energy is a powerful energy, okay? It reminds us that a lot of self love, a lot of self care, a lot of self acceptance, a lot of patience and time with ourselves can teach us how we can improve our lives, that what works for us, what makes us be able to be successful in life, what gives us this energy of feeling um, free to be ourselves, but also safe to express our creativity, express our love, express how we feel. And I feel like it all goes into this star energy where we're all like, we're all born under a certain constellation, right? We have the different astrological signs. We've got Aries, right? Because I'm doing Aries. So to me, it shows like you're pouring into yourself. You have these like beautiful redeeming qualities. You're able to sort of help others through your own process, through your own self discovery. But you also have to remember that, like, if you're around people who aren't going to make you feel secure within yourself, or like you're always constantly under this attack of emotional manipulation or being obligated or whatever it is, like, you're not going to feel this star energy. You're not going to feel this star quality. You're going to feel depleted. Your energy is going to be making you feel less and less alive as time goes by, which you don't want that to happen. Okay. Now, this Knight of Pentacles is maybe another type of masculine energy that can sort of help steer you in the right direction, or it reminds you of like, there's all this beauty around you, right? And there's all these new messages coming in of love and enlightenment and spiritual discovery and transformation. But when you are like using your own strengths and your own courage and your own vitality to do something powerful and transformational here, you really are not gonna have any time or energy left over to worry about these, energies, because you're busy over here having a grand old time. You're busy over here letting go of the pain and the anguish of the past, and you're accepting the new brighter future here. Okay? The bright beautiful star energy. So people using and manipulating literal death, literal sickness, literal illnesses to sort of try to control your decision making process, that's not okay. It's really not okay. Now, 10 of Cups and the Death card. Okay, so transformation is happening. Okay, you might be having these visions or these dreams where you're going to sleep at night and you're being visited maybe by this dark angel or something, or you're seeing like a sort of darkness unfold, or a sort of negative energy or vibe coming into your peace and your light while you're asleep. But that is just your mind is telling you and warning you, like, don't be around that type of energy, don't be around those types of people that are bringing it in. So I feel like you got it when you realize what's happening, Aries. You're gonna start to see that, like, worrying about shallow, superficial things is a waste of time. Worrying about what other people want you to do and what other people expect of you is a waste of time. Instead, focus on this 10 of Cups. This is your happily ever after. This is your family. This is your peace of mind. This is your love and support for yourself. Okay? This is something no one else needs to take away from you. All right, so you have, the dad, the mom, and they're holding their little baby. Okay. So it's a beautiful energy. It's a beautiful card. And it just shows that, like, maybe you are not like married with a kid, right? But it's something deeper than that. It's something where you feel safe and you feel protected. If you're traveling to an environment or people or whatever place that you don't feel that way, that you feel trapped, or you feel isolated, or you feel like you're left out in the cold, you don't feel secure or safe, then it is important to cut ties with that energy and move toward a more safer, more secure, beautiful place that you want to be. Okay, so that being said, we've got the Fool. Time to do it. Time to go on that adventure. Time to travel to that new place, that new destination where you feel safe and secure. Okay, and that's going to lead you to more happiness. That's going to lead you to brighter days. We got the Four of Pentacles. Oh, got the Devil, Krampus. Yeah. This is, again, just emphasize. Okay, Ten of Wands. All right. So there's the dog trying to warn the little elf about going over the edge. So there's always going to be, your loyal companion, your loyal friend that's like warning you, like, this might be a bit of this might be risky. This might not be the right thing to do. If that's the case, then go to where it's not going to be risky. Go to where it's going to be safe. Okay. You got Ten of Wands, that's, again, people putting a bunch of burdens on you that you don't need. I had this message, I won't say who it's from, but a message I got because Candy Cane's wands always are talking about these messages. So I feel like this message for you is like this person's messaging me so many messages about, how I owe them, or I need to do something for them, or I need to do something for so-and-so. I'm like, so-and-so isn't even asking me to do that. You are, and it's not my job. It's not my responsibility. So that's going to be a no. You know what I'm saying? But they have to realize that on their own. They have to realize their own situation is their own situation, and they have to handle it on their own. They're handed these challenges and situations for a reason, and it's their job to do it and work it out and fix it and find ways to resolve it. If they don't, they don't. If they do, they do. Great. But it's not on you. It's not your burden to bear. Okay? So imagine going from this joyful, gleeful little elf ready to go on an adventure with the cute, adorable little, those little, like, those little pinwheels that spin, to all of a sudden, you're carrying all this heavy weight now. Okay. So, and then we have Krampus chasing the little elves around, right? Driving them crazy. You don't want to be hanging out with Krampus on Christmas, Aries. So don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself in harm's way. It's perfectly fine to want to go on an adventure and to travel and go to new destinations and new places. But think about where those destinations are. Think about where you're going, why you're going there. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. We have the little elf that doesn't want to share, and that's kind of being a little bit greedy about it. And I feel like you also are dealing with that too, because I feel like you're dealing with someone who's trying to, like, monopolize the holiday. You're dealing with someone who's trying to, like, control what everyone does on the holiday season. And, that's not fair either. And that's not right either. And I think it's because you're coming into this place now where you're starting to realize, like, what makes you happy. You got the Ten of Cups. You got the Star energy. You know where you feel safe. You know where you feel secure. You know where you feel loved and appreciated. And you know where you don't. Right? Being chased by Krampus. All right? At night, okay? And that could be another thing too, is like night travel during the winter season. So I don't know about you, but I'm a mom with kids, so I don't prefer to be traveling at night on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve or Christmas night or whatever. I prefer to not have to do any of that. I'll save it for the weekend or whatever. But that might not always be the case, right? But I want you to keep in mind that I do see, Aries, this Lover's card coming out. So I feel like your connection with your person and holding strong to that and dear to that is going to be something that really helps move you along on the right path and the right choices. So maybe you are working together with your soulmate, or you're coming together and harmonizing in balance with divine masculine, divine feminine energy, to sort of create that balance where where you're needed, where you're going, and focusing on love and focusing on that maybe building that romantic connection, or something similar to that, because you do have the like little family here with the 10 of cups. Yeah, I just feel like, and then with the Empress energy too as well. So it's really a time for nurturing, self-love, self-care, taking care of yourself. And, this woman, she's pregnant too. So it's like people putting obligations on like moms or pregnant women, or trying to make them feel pressured and stuff, like to do stuff. That's not really a fair, like, assessment. Okay. The Empress is strong and brave, and she's already carrying a lot, right? So we don't need to put extra pressure on that. And also we have the 5 of Wands, so there is some conflict and chaos coming up here, Aries, with the lions here and the men fighting here. Yeah. But Page of Wands, like when you sit and with yourself and your thoughts, and you get this creative passion, fire energy, Aries, that's really like in tune with who you are. Okay. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Oh, there's the 8 of Swords again, and the 4 of Swords. This 8 of Swords energy is really emphasizing the importance of, like, don't tie yourself down to something that could just change, right? Or that you need to change, right? Don't tie yourself down to plans or make promises or commitments when like things could just change in the blink of an eye. Okay. 4 of Swords, it's a time for rest, okay, recovery, calmness, stillness, quietness, meditation, peacefulness. Queen of Cups, you have great emotional intelligence. Okay, Aries, you're very in tune with your feelings at this time, your emotions at this time. So I wouldn't worry so much about like what other people are going to think or what other people are going to say, because I feel like you already have a lot going on. And I feel like when you listen to yourself and you trust in your own intuition, that's really going to be key here to how you spend the rest of this year and how you move into the new year, because it's going to be an exciting time. That's for sure, Aries. 2026 is coming up soon. So, yeah, just that's my message for you. Stay away from toxic, negative people and environments. Cut them off, block them, because that 8 of Swords is really like time to cut ties with these energies and no longer entertain them, and then move forward from there into a new, lighter, happier place. Don't go on the adventure that's going to lead you to like negativity and pain and anguish. Go on the journey that's going to lead you to success and love and happiness, especially with that Lovers Empress energy coming through. I feel like a lot of you are going to be, feeling very loved, feeling very appreciated, feeling very protected. The Star energy, the 10 of Cups energy, these are all very positive confirmations that, your love life is going to be looking good. Your family life is going to be looking good. You're going to be looking good. So that's my little reading for you, Aries. Love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.